Hey there folks, Scottsdale Travel Chick's sidekick here to tell you about our trip to Sedona, Arizona. Being the Scottsdale Travel Chick, Sedona is right around the corner from home, and we are excited to give you a taste of our great Southwest. Although small, many people around the world have heard of Sedona. It's second only to the Grand Canyon in terms of popularity for Arizona's natural attractions. Over 3 million people visit Sedona each year. They come for the famous red rock scenery and to get outside on the more than 400 miles of hiking and biking trails, and the famous mystical energy vortexes. In this video, we are going to tell you about our 4 favorite easy hikes in Sedona that everyone can do. But before we get started, perhaps a little history on the Sedona area. Native Americans called this place home for thousands of years before any Europeans set foot. They lived in the area because it was one of the few places with perennial water known as the Oak Creek Canyon today. The first Europeans discovered the area in the 1500s, but it wasn't until the 1800s, nearly 300 years later, that a small number of speculators and farmers arrived to settle the area. In 1901, a Pennsylvania Dutch couple, Carl and Sedona Schneble, arrived and purchased 80 acres of land. He submitted his wife's name as the name of the first post office. In Sedona, it's been called ever since. The area around Sedona first became famous for grand scenery used in Western and cowboy movies. More than 60 Hollywood movies have been filmed in the area since 1923, and it's not unusual to see Hollywood film crews shooting movies, commercials, and videos in Sedona today. In the 1960s, a number of artists began to settle in the area, and slowly Sedona transformed into a world-renowned artist community and spiritual and wellness center. Today, more than 400 artists live in the area, many of them famous. Also, during this time, 4 major energy vortices were said to be discovered. These vortices are centers of swirling energy that are conducive to personal healing, meditation, and self-exploration. Ooh, huh? One of them is Bell Rock, shown here. Okay, finally, let's talk about those 4 easy hikes you can do while visiting Sedona. Our definition of easy is short, and by short, we mean 2 miles or less in total. And here they are: Bell Rock, Boynton Canyon, Fye Canyon, and Cathedral Rock. 3 of these you hike to one of the famous vortices in Sedona. For each, we'll give you a short play-by-play on the hike, as well as a sample of some awesome scenery to be experienced while hiking each of these in Sedona. First up is Bell Rock. It's perhaps the most famous hike, as well as perhaps the easiest hike in Sedona. It's right off the main road, and at only 1.2 miles round trip in total, it's a short hike, and you don't have to hike very far up to get some great views across Sedona. It's also one of the 4 vortices, so if you hike far enough up, you can also take some time to meditate and experience an energy vortex, and perhaps get some spiritual inspiration. Okay, so we're walking up to Bell Rock, and these are a couple of other miscellaneous rocks, but anyways, and we're going to go up to the vortex, which is somewhere up there. So as you can see, it's kind of a trail, but not really. You're just kind of walking up through things, climbing up boulders. But there's people up here, so we know we're going in the right direction. We're going up to following the trail. Gotta climb up to there. There's the trail marker right there. That's where we gotta go. Wow.
not very graceful.
Just getting to here is enough to give you some really beautiful views out behind you. You could simply take pictures and turn around if you'd like.
Okay, so we made it hard up the trail, working your legs. It's really just stunning up here.
We got a ways to go.
This red rock.
So, climbing up these rocks. Now we gotta climb up this. Here's a drone shot of Bell Rock in total. You can't actually climb all the way to the top, but the energy vortex area is about 2/3 of the way up on the east side. That's where you're supposed to be able to sit and meditate and feel powerful energy coursing through your body. All right, so we're at the vortex. Are you ready to do your meditation?
Okay, are we like right in the middle?
It's right here, yeah.
Okay.
So face the sun.
Okay.
Put your hands together like you're praying.
Yes.
And just go.
And I'm supposed to feel the vortex? The energy.
You feel any energy? Shh, quiet, feel it.
Okay. Okay, let me just press my hands. Maybe I felt more. No.
After a bit of meditation and reflection at the top, we headed back down just as the sun was beginning to set. It was really beautiful, and we might suggest this as the first hike you do when you come to Sedona. There are a few places on the hike where you have to climb a little bit, but again, you don't have to go all the way to the top to get great views. Just go as far as you feel comfortable. Lastly, here's one more drone shot we took of Bell Rock Courthouse View and a view north into the valley.
Okay, we did it. See you on the next hike. Bye.
Next up on our list is the Boynton Canyon Vista Trail. I believe this qualifies as the shortest hike in all of Sedona at just under 1 mile. Even though it's short, it has great views and another energy vortex to experience. Just a word of note though, there are 2 Boynton Canyon hikes, the longer 4-mile hike all the way into the canyon and this short hike where you veer to the right at the very first trail intersection. Another interesting point of note about this hike is there is often a mystical flute player at the top of the butte most mornings. So where are we at now, babe?
We're gonna go hike Boynton Canyon.
Yeah.
Boyton. But here is an incredible canyon right in front of us here. And we've seen bicyclists come up and down the road. And it's a beautiful day here.
And then Boynton Canyon is up in there, I think.
We are on our Boynton hike right now. This is about 1 mile round trip. Pretty easy so far. No climbing or huge boulders or rocks, but it might change. See people on the top of that, and you're gonna make me go up there.
There's a guy that sits up there all day and plays music for people. Can you hear him?
Oneness is the interconnection of everything in the universe to everything in the universe through the unconditional love of our Creator. Oneness, purpose of the universe.
Here we have another drone pullback shot showing you the great view of the area. It's simply breathtaking. There's actually a famous resort in this canyon called the Enchantment Resort. It is consistently ranked as one of the top 10 resorts in all of America. Check it out on the internet. Okay, 2 hikes down and 2 more to go. Just a quick shout out here that if you're enjoying our videos, please subscribe and hit us up with a few likes. It really helps. Next up, Fye Canyon. It's a short drive from Boynton Canyon, but quite a bit different. This one's a little bit longer at 2 to 2.5 miles, depending if you do the side hike to the arch. But the main hike is an easy stroll up into a slot canyon. In the wet season, there is even a creek that flows and a small waterfall at the trail's end. Also at the end, you can hike a bit further up and get some beautiful views back out of the canyon. Where are we going now?
Going to the Fye Canyon trailhead. Up this way, but you park on the other side.
What's up here?
This is called Box Canyon Trailhead.
Fye Canyon Trail. So we're walking up into this canyon. It's called Fye Canyon. It's supposed to be a small natural bridge up here. And when it rains, there's even a waterfall, I think. And then towards the end, you're walking up across the stream bed here and there to the end of the trail. And then here we are. End of the trail. From this official end of trail, you can scramble further up the large rock outcropping as far as you dare to, and get some great views back out of the canyon from where you came. By the trail, you hike up this kind of rock thing like the Scottsdale Travel Chick's doing to get a view up there.
Be careful.
There's the Scottsdale Travel Chick in her natural environment, taking pictures. All right, you ready?
Crazy adventures we do.
As you walk back down, you can take the side hike to the natural arch. It's not an easy hike, but it was really beautiful with the angle of the sun and all the shadows when we were there. And very few people do this part, so you'll likely have it all to yourself. And now we're at the arch. And this is the arch. All right, we're almost there. There's gonna be a pot of gold. All right, we made it. And it actually is an arch. On this side, it's open. Looks like a cave. was all the way down there. And this is the view out across. Our final hike for the trip was Cathedral Rock. We recommend doing this one early in the morning. Along with Bell Rock, it's probably the most famous hike in Sedona. Although it's short, at only about 1.3 miles in total, it's definitely not easy, as much of the hike is scrambling and climbing up the side of a mountain. The Scottsdale travel chick was a little intimidated at first, but she was able to conquer it in the end. She was really proud of herself. I know because I'm still hearing about it a week later. Okay, good morning, my love. Where are we at?
We're at Cathedral Rock. This is Sedona, and this is our last day here, so we're going to attempt we'll see, a hike, but this is like...
So we're going to go up there, and you're going to climb all the way to the top up there?
No.
You're going to climb up the lift and everything? The edge?
The small one.
Oh, let's see. Okay, we are right here, and we just have this little tiny hike, 0.7 of a mile, so it should be pretty easy. That might have been a little bit of an understatement. Well, for better or worse, off we go. Right, it's about 7:40 in the morning. We're making our way up Cathedral Rock. You can see the sun coming up there, of course. And now, pretty soon, when you go up here, you can actually see someone coming down. Okay, finished off the easy part. Now, we gotta go up this crevice here. You ready, babe? Okay, let's do it. Here's where it starts getting flat. We gotta kind of walk up this wash thing right here. Let's see how the Scottsdale travel chick does it. I guess she doesn't. It's cheating, isn't it? Isn't that cheating? Keep going. People are gonna pass you.
It's okay, people pass me.
No, it's not.
Yes.
This is the worst. No, I'm serious. This is the worst.
This is, yes. This is like a test.
There's the end of the top part. What do you think so far, babe?
Okay, this is pushing my limits beyond my limits.
Oh, but you're here.
That's because you're making me do this.
And you did it. After that nastiness, it got a little bit easier hiking the rest of the way to the top. And when I say top, it's really the crevice between the two peaks of the mountain which you hike to. There's an end of trail marker at the very end. All right, well, we're almost there. Trail says straight, but I think that's kind of dangerous if you go straight. Hope there's a shortcut. From this point, you have beautiful views over both sides of the valley. Pro tip though, this isn't really the end of the trail. So we're at the top. This says end of trail, but walking this little secret path is really the end of the trail. You gotta go out along this cliff. And then you have a good view to the other side. Whoa. Before we left, we broke out the drone for some pics and vids for your viewing enjoyment. Check out these pictures. It looks like the Scottsdale travel chicks actually stranded out there. After that, it was time to make our way back down and call it a day.
Thanks for joining us on this hike. See you later.
But wait, there's more. If you have time, it's worth a quick stop to the Red Rock Chapel. It's free to visit and it's right nearby Cathedral Rock. The chapel itself is not very big or spectacular, but you often see famous pictures of the chapel up against the cliffs. Like these I personally took. They look almost like postcard pictures, don't they? Well, there you have it. 4 great little hikes you can do in Sedona, plus a bonus. If the Scottsdale Travel Chick can do them, anyone can. Until next time, see you later.